Another video, and I'm talking about the young man that won Attorney General in Kentucky. And according to him, he made it was a historic race because he is the first independently voted upon African American to win. And it also shows that he is the first. They said Republican, but on Fox News, he said he didn't say he was Republican, even though he has on a blue tie, whatever. I don't know. To me, Democrat, Republican, they're all the same. But he independently voted on. So what's that saying? He wasn't voted on by. He didn't go on the ballot as a Republican or a Democrat. But the point is, I thought about him because he's the same age as my son, my oldest child. My son, he's 33 years old, and my son talked about running for office or something. But he going through his karmic issues, trying to wake up from his course of life. And when that happens, they're millennials. And we see the millennials are the one that's running for office, and they're going to be the one that is going to change the old way of thinking, the old way of doing things, what they call status quo. And it shows that he's independent, so that right there shows that it's not the status quo. So he won, and he's the first. I guess when they said Republican, he's the first Republican to win in 70 years because it's been a Democrat state. But he says he's independent, so I don't know where in the previous video I saw before this one where Republican comes from. Let me see if I can go back there and see what the video said about that. But he says he's the first. Let me go to history and pull this up. Okay, this says Kentucky elects the first black attorney general. First Republican in over 7 years. So they say he's the first Republican. But according to, that's on Fox News, but according to another interview, he says he was independently voted on. So I don't fully understand the independently voted, because you either Republican, Democrat, or independent. As what I think Sanders ran independent. I don't know what Sanders is, but anyway, with all this said, the millennials, the indigo children, they are running for office now, and they have a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things. Things that when people ran for office before 2012, they did not. You got a good idea. You're gonna do these things when you get, but once you get there, you get an awakening. I can't do what I want. But now, after 2012, there's a new way of doing things. You get there, you got your new ideas, how you gonna change things and make it better for everybody. And these things can actually happen now because the old way of doing things has gone away. So, with him being in the office, we can see that those millennials, and then you have the Gen Xers and the Gen Y, which are the same group of people. As far as Black Americans go, the ADOS has a political movement, and they're talking about things, on a political agenda, and with this Byron Allen thing going straight to the Supreme Court, where Donald Trump, DOJ, and Comcast is trying to record it. But anyway, I stopped talking at how there are the Gen X's and the Y. They are the group, majority group that's come together and got this political, they got the ADOS political movement that is going straight to the White House, not the White House, straight to the Supreme Court with Byron Allen, because Comcast is, and Supreme Court is trying to reverse the 1865 Civil Rights Act that freed black people from the plantation. So they want to rescind that. That gave black people civil rights, to not be considered property to buy and sell, but to actually become human beings. And and get a opportunity to live their human experience on this earth as all non-black people has been having an opportunity to do as a whole, as a majority whole, whereas black American as a majority whole weren't. And at this point now, as a majority whole or not, as far as black American ADOS go. And then you have these millennials. They are at an age now, they're indigo children. And then me, a baby boomer, I'm also one of the indigo children that kind of sneaked in 1960. So now I'm here, married to a Gen Xer, with millennial children that are the indigos, and therefore I'm just all woven in with them. So I see the millennials are beginning to run for office, and because now that before 2012 things were different, now after 2012 there's a new way of thinking. It's not the status quo. So now these young ones are going to go in there and they're going to make a difference. They're going to create the world for their children, which are the Gen Z of the crystal children, the really smart children. And these children too are helping their baby boomer mothers, parents, helping them to show them that you need to wake up, the way you're doing it ain't right. If you watch these young children, you will see that these babies that are just born, coming out like my grandbaby, she's 1. She turned 1. July 18th, she turned 1. And boy, she is she's on my 27-year-old son, and I think her mother's like 23, 24, something like that. She's on them, fussing at them, trying to show them y'all not doing it right. You should see these babies. These babies are super smart. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this young man. The fact that he's the first. They said Republican, but in another video he said independently voted on to win Attorney General for first time in 70 years. 70 years he's the first to unseat a Democrat, which haven't been doing anything for black America, ADOS. Anyway, for 50 years, black America ADOS just voted where they were told. But now, the millennials, the Gen Xers done woke up and realizing we don't give them 50 years. And it's time for a change. We gonna get up in there and we gonna do it. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.